Hello, welcome back. So I need a couple of new plants to go next to my telly. I just want like a couple of green, it's obviously very beige in there, and I just want a little bit of a pop of green. So I thought I would nip into TK Maxx and have a look and see what they've got. They've always got some really good like plants, like artificial plants and stuff this time of the year. So I thought I would take you with me and have a look and see what's in there. So the first thing we see when we walk in is a lot of garden stuff, which I'm very happy about because obviously that's why I went in there. They had some really nice bits though. This is really cute, a little watering can. I like these, not just to use, as watering cans, but I think they look really nice, like with flowers or plants in the garden or in the house as well. I must say though, looking at the artificial plants, I think they all look quite realistic, which is something that I've found looking in other stores lately, that a lot of the artificial plants, this one in particular is really nice, they do look fake. But a lot of these actually look quite realistic. And I have to say as well that I used to think TK Maxx was quite expensive, like the home stuff in particular. But this is $12.99 for example, and it comes in this like clay type pot or whatever it's made from. But I thought that $12.99 for that was a really good price. Loads of pots as well. Gardening tools, there was loads of those. This range is really nice. Look at this little vase with the tulips in. How absolutely adorable is this? I love the colours of it. The vase is really nice. I was really tempted to buy this actually, but I didn't. I just didn't know where I'd put it. I haven't got anywhere for it, to be honest with you. But look at those pansies. Do you know what I mean? They do look real, don't they? How nice is this pot though? I think this is stunning, this like rustic looking pot, and the flowers in it look really nice as well. Again though, what's that, $14.99? Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant price. It was quite a good size as well, it wasn't just one of these piddly little sort of plant pots with flowers in. It was a good size. This one's cute though. This is small, but it is really cute. I'll tell you what I have noticed this year as well with regards to like home and garden and stuff is there's a lot of Mediterranean sort of styles. Which or Moroccan type styles, which I think is quite nice. It's not for everyone, but I've seen a lot of that, not just in here, but in the range, in Primark Home, everywhere. This is really, really nice. It gives me like Wedgwood vibes. I think it's obviously the blue and the white, but yeah, they had quite a lot in that. How lovely is this little cushion? It's adorable. I think these are supposed to be like garden cushions, not necessarily for home. I mean, you could use them at home. There's no reason that you can't. But these were such good quality, and those strawberries were embroidered on there as well. They had so many cushions, like literally a whole back wall of cushions. These are nice, aren't they? Sort of Calf Kidston vibes. More cushions here. I think these are supposed to be for the garden as well. This bolster one's really nice though, isn't it? It's quite a long cushion, and again, such good quality. It really is. Now, I thought these were beautiful, these like picnic blankets, and I like how they're rolled up as well, for ease to carry them around and everything. This one caught my eye, but again, really reasonable, $16.99, and I think on the inside they were wipe clean as well. More of these watering cans. This one's really nice. More of this kind of Mediterranean Moroccan style stuff. How cute are those little bird houses? I thought they were adorable. Loads of artificial hanging baskets. Again, apart from the leaves on these, I thought the leaves looked quite plastic, but the flowers look quite realistic. Loads of pots again. Pots pots again. They had so many pots. These ones are quite nice with the little legs on though. I thought they were quite cute. On to the smelly bits now, so reed diffusers in other words. Yeah, they had some really lovely looking ones actually. I'm a bit addicted to reed diffusers at the moment. I do like my home to smell nice. This one sounds nice, dark amber. I was like, ooh, that smells lovely. Well, I didn't smell it. Sounds lovely. Also this one, I love a fresh sort of linen scent, like that smell when you've just got your washing off the line. I love that sort of smell. With stationery, now I needed a diary, or a new diary, so they had so many beautiful ones. Look, see, this one is Calf Kidston, and that was really nice. Again, such a good price. I really like this one as well, but that was a little bit too far ahead for me. But yeah, again, you know, £6.99. Now these are the sort of things that you see in WH Smith's, or what is it called now? TJ something or other. Yeah, and they're literally like 3-4 times the price of these. Honestly, they were absolutely beautiful, and a lot of them, like this one, came with like a pen, which I think is just amazing. I actually bought that one that I just showed you. This one's beautiful, isn't it? How nice is that design? If you're a list maker or you just like writing little notes and stuff, they had loads of those to choose from as well. And these colouring books as well, a lot of people are into these, aren't they, for, you know, some wind down time. But yeah, I must admit though, the ones that I picked up looked a bit childlike. So yeah, I don't think it'll take you long to get through those, if you know what I mean. There's not much detail. Look at this. A Chanel book. Now this was stunning. I was really tempted to buy this. I like these kind of books, you know, as coffee table books, or, you know, if you've got a dressing room just to pop on display. I think they're absolutely beautiful. Actually, flicking through this, it's like the history of Chanel, and I thought, oh, that actually sounds quite interesting. I might have to go back and get it if it's still in, of course. They also had pens. This is a bit sort of out of order here because they were a bit all over the place, but they had these pens as well, you know, to go with the colouring books. A lot of people actually say that these ones that I've got here are quite good. I don't know much about pens, to be honest with you, but that's just what I've heard online. Other little arty bits, you know, you could use these for children or adults. Loads of little storage boxes. Now I thought these were lovely. This one in particular, absolutely beautiful, and it was a good size as well. You know, you can imagine that on like a chest of drawers or a dressing table with all your bits and bobs in. I think it's really pretty. Oh yes, and I found this one just tucked away somewhere. It's a Dior book, so like the Chanel one, it's got like the history of Dior in it. Some really lovely pictures in there as well if you're into that sort of thing. But yeah, as I say, I was really tempted. In fact, I should have bought them really, because they were £10 each and they're normally a lot more than that. We had virtually a whole aisle of candles. I'm always scared to smell these now though, because I've seen like stupid people doing weird stuff to candles in the shops online. So yeah, I tend to just look at them nowadays. But I do love how they put them all in colour order. You know, that's right up my street. That really is. Some really nice like decor bits. I love the home decor bits. This is where I get excited. But yeah, how pretty is this? They had a few different colours of these actually, and they were so heavy. Like I'm struggling to pick it up here with one hand. They're like really weighty. This is, yeah, modern art, I suppose. Not really my thing, but you know, some people are into that. This is really pretty for like a little jewellery box. It was really cheap as well, I think. Yeah, £10.99 for that, and it's obviously glass. These were quite pretty. I like that little vase with the flowers on it. A little jewellery tree, which I thought was quite cute. It was quite light though. I wouldn't say this was the best quality, if you know what I mean. I don't know what it was made from, but it was extremely lightweight. These are nice, really nice. Love these bowls here. I've got a similar one actually that I got from B&M. It's not nowhere near as good quality as this. This was like really heavy, that I put my potpourri in the living room. So yeah, oh, here's another one of those roses. They're nice, aren't they? This is all dad stuff. So, you know, for Father's Day coming up in June, is it? Yeah, they had a few nice little bits here for Father's Day gifts. So yeah, again, some really nice candles, little books, there was some like grooming stuff as well. Some really lovely lamps. These are all like the rechargeable or the battery operated ones. This one's nice, isn't it? But I like these because you don't have leads everywhere. We've actually just bought some like this for wall lights above the bed, and they are an absolute godsend. They really are. You control them by a remote control, and you know, you don't have to get up and turn them off when you want to go to sleep. They're brilliant. Absolutely love them. Yeah, loads of pictures. I quite like, look at this cat. It's a bit grumpy, isn't it? I was going to say, I quite like some of these prints for a little pop of colour. But yeah, these lampshades, those lamps there, you see them in the middle? That's what we've got above the bed. Not those ones, but very similar. This one looks a bit ominous. I'm not going to lie, from the top I was like, not sure about that. But it was made from real marble and it was heavy, like really heavy. Loads of their world foods. I love looking around the foodie bits. They have a lot of Japanese and Korean stuff now, which I absolutely love. So quite often often I'll pick up a few bits in there. I've got some like bubble teas, and these teas are really nice as well. You know, the ones in the tin? I'll show you in a minute there. Yeah, the strawberry ones and the pomegranate one. Oh God, they are amazing. If you like your herbal teas, definitely give them a go. You get quite a few in there as well. And the tin itself is really nice, you know, just to keep stuff in. This is really cute. They're little teas. This is plastic, you know, it's nothing special, but just for a storage jar, I thought, how adorable. These are lovely and summery, aren't they? The little lemon plates and that. They had loads of like kitchen utensils and stuff. I like looking at these because quite often I'll pick something up and I'll be like, how useful is that? And it's something I've never heard of before. Yeah, I love these straws. I do love a novelty straw, I have to say. I've got way too many of them, so I definitely didn't pick these up. But they were really cute. Macarons. I really love their little baking bits as well. I'm not a massive baker. I like baking. I just never find the time to do it. But I love how they have these little coloured themed ones, like the pastels and that sort of thing. Love these boards as well. They were solid. Like this one, I really like this. I don't know what I'd use it for. They're just charcuterie boards, aren't they? But I think they're absolutely stunning. Really nice wood. Loads of butter dishes as well. Love this one with the little flowers on. I thought it was really cute. And then if you have like a coffee station or something, I've got quite a few of these. These coffee syrup dispensers are really good to have there as well. And again, really reasonably priced. I've never thought to go in TK Maxx for pots and pans, but they had some really good ones, like Brabantia and that sort of thing. And again, you know, not expensive at all. Much cheaper than I've seen elsewhere. Yeah, this one here, I thought, wow, that's a really good price for that. And Pyrex as well. You know, I normally get my Pyrex dishes from Sainsbury's. I normally get them when they're on offer, but really, like, literally half the price of what I pay normally in here. Love this little mixing bowl. That goes quite nicely with that butter dish that I showed earlier, doesn't it? Little milk pan. I just thought it was different. It's not my sort of thing, but I just thought it was different. And then I found one of those chopper things, like a mandolin chopper type thing. Now, I got mine from Temu, and it's a load of rubbish, to be quite honest with you. It works, but, you know, it's not the best. So that one was a really good price. £50 for this slow cooker. Laura Ashley one. How beautiful. Loads of plates and things, like they had quite a big wall of them. Yeah, and you know, all different colours depending on what colour you go in for. You know, some were a bit out there, to be honest with you, like that flower one in the middle. But then they had others that were really lovely designs. I think at the end of the day, it just depends on your style, doesn't it? You know, things that I like, other people might not like, and vice versa. But it is quite good that they have a variety of something for everyone, I think. Yeah, this one's actually plastic. I didn't realise when I saw it. And these cups as well. So yeah, they obviously had a bit of a mix of like picnic wear in there as well. These trays, absolutely stunning. This one's really nice. I just don't know what I'd use them for. I really don't. They're the sort of thing that I think, oh, that's really cute. Pick it up, take it home. And then I think, what am I going to do with this? So yeah, I didn't pick any up. But yeah, this is more of, I suppose it's like a dinner tray, like a, you know, breakfast in bed tray, something like that. But again, they were beautifully made, and they were wood as well. These are lovely little casserole dish. Well, not little, they're quite big actually, but casserole dishes. Again, there's this flower print. You know, if you wanted to mix and match everything, then you could quite easily go in here and, you know, get everything like matchy. Loads of tea towels and tablecloths and that sort of thing. I actually need a tablecloth. It's one of the things that I went in for, but I didn't see one that I wanted. But yeah, Ralph Lauren. So yeah, I think I've seen that in there before, that Lauren or Loren in the clothing section, I think. Now this like end aisle was really lovely. They had some beautiful bits on here. How cute is this? It's a little lunch bag, like a little lunch tote. How cute. It's got like all different fruits and vegetables on it. Really nice quality again. You know, I think it's more of an adult one, but I don't know, there might be some kids that like it as well. I see, again, love this. Absolutely love it. But what would I use it for? I don't know. I think it's supposed to be, you know, when you put your milk bottles out the front of the door. But, you know, I haven't had milk delivered to me for, I think when I was pregnant was the last time with my first child. I love these. I think these are absolutely stunning. They're just basic glasses, but then they've got these embellishments all over them. Like, look at these. How gorgeous, little champagne flutes. £4.99. See, I don't know if they're hand painted. They look like they are, but I don't know, to be honest with you. But I just thought they were all absolutely beautiful. There were so many different types. These bows on the stems here, how cute. See, they're obviously champagne glasses, but I could use those for, or I would use those, I should say, for like desserts and stuff. So yeah, these are the tablecloths. Now this is the one that I was like umming and ahhing over, because it is the kind of colours that I'm after, but I wanted a plain one, not a pattern. So yeah, being a bit fussy I suppose, I have to keep looking, but more of that Ralph Lauren again. Yeah, see, these are the sort of things that I think look nice in like a cottagey house. I think they're really pretty. This lemon one's nice as well, isn't it? Yeah, on to cutlery. And again, they look, Viners, they had some really good brands of cutlery here as well. And I keep saying it, but so reasonably priced. Like this one was in the sale as well. I can't remember how much it was. I can't see the screen properly, but yeah, I know it was really, really reasonable. I saw these as well. I'm trying to get into making myself breakfast ahead of time. So I did actually buy these ones here. But again, I think they were £4.99 for like the whole set, £4 or £5.99, I can't remember. But yeah, for overnight oats and stuff like that. Loads of little jars and things. I do love a jar. This one's really pretty with the butterflies on, isn't it? It was a good size as well. That's quite big. Yeah, on the end here they had loads of the glass jars. Yeah, these ones here in the middle, I'll show you in detail in a minute, but they are stunning with the cork lids. Look at those. And then this flower design I thought was absolutely beautiful, really nice. Loads of little teapots and stuff and cups. These teapots, how cute are they? I mean, I wouldn't get it. I just think it's really cute. These are supposed to be good, aren't they? They're normally quite expensive, I think, but this one was really reasonable. Aren't these the grinder type ones where you put your beans in the bottom or something and then you like make 1 cup of grinded coffee? Yeah, this tulip teapot. It's different, isn't it? But yeah, very kitsch. It is really cute though. Yeah, loads of mugs. And again, they had a little bit of a mix of brands that I've not heard of, as they always do. And then they had some Kitchenware ones as well amongst this lot. But yeah, some really cute designs. This little teddy bear, how adorable is this? Love this. I wanted to get it, but my husband said no. Because we've got too many mugs in the cupboard anyway. I think this is one of the Kitchenware ones actually. And I think the next one, yeah, this one was as well. Oh, maybe not. No, I can't remember now, to be honest with you, but they were there, I promise. And then they had this bow one. I did actually used to have a bow one that I got from B&M, I think, and I broke it when I was washing it up in the sink. I think the water was too hot and it just broke. But yeah, loads of these flasks, which I thought were really nice. I quite like these ones with the little handles on, you know. I think they're really pretty. They're a bit different, aren't they? But I don't know, yeah, this one's a bit garish. It's in the sale, but yeah, I think I know why. More pretty glasses. They had some more of these like embellished type ones in there, and these little hand painted ones. I love this. See, this is like, you know, a typical dessert bowl, isn't it? How pretty. Yeah, I just love all these. I just think they're so pretty. I bought this. I think these are stunning. I thought for iced coffees, you know, at home iced coffees, how ideal. And then for those with fur babies, they had loads of pet stuff, like loads. They always do, don't they? Really nice bowls. These they weren't plastic. They were like, you know, clay, porcelain, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. But yeah, again, you get 2 bowls for, I think it was like £6-7. Those massive ones down the bottom. Look at the size of those. I suppose if you've got a big dog, that's quite normal, isn't it? But yeah, these little twin bowls. I thought this was really cute. How adorable. Little cat face. Love it. £5.99 for those as well. Really reasonable. Some little toys. They had cat toys. They had dog toys. Again, they had virtually a whole wall of these. My cat's got so many toys, but she just never plays with any of them. They just sit in the corner of the room until I throw them away, because I'm like, well, she's just not going to play with it. It's just gathering dust. More bowls. This one's cute. I love the little heart with the polka dots. Yeah, they had some lovely little like bowls and stuff. I like this as well. A little dish for a cat. Oh, how cute is this? A little like claw toy. See, she does claw things. Maybe I should have bought that. And loads of beds as well, like small ones, big ones. I had all different sizes. I quite like those ones at the bottom with like the sides on. They're more like a little mini sofa. They had a few more kitchen bits. I love these dish drainers. I think they're really nice. I've actually got one just like that black one there, but I've never seen one this colour. It was like a pinky beige. And these cutlery drawers are really nice as well. And then they had some like cleaning bits and bobs. Again, this is one of those things that I look at them and I think, oh, I'll have that, because I've never seen it before. And I think, oh, that'll be handy. Loads of little baskets and stuff like that. I don't know why I keep saying little, it's a habit. And then onto the bathroom bits. This end aisle here is right up my street. If it was just my bathroom, then it would be anyway. But I do share a house with all males, so I can't really have pink everywhere, but they are very, very cute, aren't they? And then I recently bought some new pillows and a duvet, and I didn't even think to come in here because they were literally half the price of what I paid. Really love these baskets, like the metal with the inner bits as well, so you can take off the inner bits and you can throw that in the wash. Absolutely ideal. Some really lovely bedding, like some beautiful bedding. These were huge. Massive cushions. I've never seen cushions so big. They don't look that big in the video, but they were huge, although this one had a rip on it, which wasn't very good. Yeah, this bedding is so pretty, isn't it? Really nice, what I would call quite summery designs. And then they had, your standard like beige and that sort of thing. I like this one though, with the stripes on it. Emily Bond, I'm sure I've heard of that before. Yeah, and they had some Laura Ashley ones as well. I don't know if I showed them, but they did have Laura Ashley. Back to the bathroom again. As I say, it was a bit all over the place. But yeah, these makeup storage things, they are brilliant. I've got quite a few myself. And then they had some lovely like little, what do you call them? You did storagey bits, I suppose, for the bathroom. I quite like this one with the bow on it. These are really nice. They were heavy. These ones were really heavy. But yeah, and this one with the palm trees on, if you like that sort of thing. Again, very heavy. Yeah, I would say that this range is a lot more beige. And then they had some beautiful towels. They were so soft and fluffy. They really were. Again, just bought myself some towels. Could have come in here, couldn't I? Some more like makeup storage bits and that. I love the pink one. I thought that was really nice. I've just, never seen one with those colours. It's normally just like, clear or frosted. But yeah, I thought the colour of this one was really pretty. And then they just had some like over door hooky things. So these are the plants that we bought, and I think they're really nice. I did show them in the video. So the first ones I think that I showed you, and I said I'd got them, or I was going to get them. But yeah, so they have this like clay sort of pot just here. Some fake mud in there as well. This is what I was saying. I do feel like these leaves look quite realistic. And I did feel that across like quite a lot of the plants, flowers. And for £12.99, it's not tiny, it's not big either. It's kind of a bit in between. And yeah, I think they look absolutely perfect, like just the right size for the both sides of the TV, which is what I was saying. So my husband was like, oh, we need a little pop of colour. So yeah, I think they look really nice. So I hope you enjoyed watching. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And I'd really appreciate it. It'd mean the absolute world to me. If you did enjoy watching this video and you would like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.